Have you ever noticed something? The easiest people to control are usually the ones who react the fastest. A single comment can make them angry. A small disagreement can ruin their entire day. A person knows exactly which buttons to press. And suddenly, they are no longer making decisions. They are just reacting. But there is another type of person. Someone who stays calm when everyone expects them to explode. Someone who listens without becoming emotional. Someone who thinks before responding. And that person is much harder to manipulate. Most people believe emotions are a weakness. But emotions themselves are not the problem. The problem is losing control of them. Your emotions are designed to protect you. Fear warns you. Anger signals a problem. Excitement creates motivation. But when emotions control your decisions, they can become a weakness. Manipulation works because people understand human reactions. They know that anger makes people careless. Fear makes people desperate. Pride makes people defend bad decisions. A person who controls your emotions can influence your actions. That is why emotional control is a powerful advantage. Think about business negotiations. The person who gets emotional first usually loses power. If someone insults you during a negotiation and you immediately react, they have already influenced your behavior. But if you stay calm, you keep control of the situation. This is why successful leaders are often calm under pressure. They understand something important. The first reaction is not always the best reaction. They create space between what happens and what they choose to do next. That small space creates better decisions. A person trying to provoke you is usually looking for one thing: a reaction. Because reactions reveal information. When you become angry, you reveal your emotions. When you become defensive, you reveal your insecurities. When you stay calm, you reveal control. This is called emotional intelligence. It is the ability to understand your emotions without becoming controlled by them. Emotionally intelligent people still feel anger. They still feel disappointment. They still experience pressure. The difference is they decide what happens next.
Imagine two entrepreneurs facing criticism. The first person immediately responds emotionally. They argue. They attack. They make decisions based on frustration. The second person pauses. They analyze. They ask, is there something useful here? Same situation, different outcome. The calm person has an advantage because they see clearly. Strong emotions create a narrow vision. You focus only on the threat. But calmness expands your perspective. You begin seeing options instead of problems. This is why manipulation often fails against calm people. They cannot easily be rushed. They cannot easily be pressured. They cannot easily be distracted. They understand that controlling the moment starts with controlling themselves. Many people lose opportunities because of emotional decisions. They quit too early because they feel frustrated. They reject advice because their ego feels attacked. They make purchases because they feel pressure. The emotion disappears, but the consequences remain. The most successful people are not emotionless. That is a common misunderstanding. They simply do not allow temporary emotions to create permanent mistakes. They feel the emotion. They process it. Then they decide. In life and business, patience is a form of power. The person who can wait, the person who can observe.
The person who can think clearly under pressure often has an advantage over the person who reacts instantly. The next time someone tries to trigger you, remember, their goal might not be to prove they are right. Their goal might be to make you lose control. And once you lose control, they influence the outcome. A powerful question to ask yourself is, am I responding or am I reacting? Responding means you choose your action. Reacting means someone else controls your behavior. The strongest people are not always the loudest. Sometimes the strongest person in the room is the one who stays quiet. The person who observes. The person who thinks. The person who refuses to give away their power. Emotional control is not about becoming cold. It is about becoming intentional. Your emotions are information, but they should not always be your instructions. The world will always have people who try to test your patience. They will try to trigger you. They will try to control your reaction. But remember, the person who controls their emotions controls their decisions. And the person who controls their decisions controls their future. Follow Mind and Market for more psychology and business breakdowns. Watch the full breakdowns on YouTube, Mind and Market.